Okay, trying Eggos for the first time. We've got syrup. Good morning from a chilly autumn fall morning here in New York City. Specifically, I'm in Brooklyn right now. If you're new here, welcome back. I'm Ash and we adventure, and this is my New York City American series that I'm going to be filming over the next few videos. I'm so excited. If you haven't checked out the first video, I'll link it down below. It is me traveling to the US and my first couple of days here. But anyway, we have gotten up not so bright and early this morning. We're going to explore Brooklyn today. We're going to explore Dumbo. We're going to go across the bridge, and also along the way we are trying a whole bunch of American snacks and drinks and everything that can be consumed here. Starting the day off strong. We're having a sparkling orange Celsius. It's a cousin to Fanta, but hopefully it will give me energy. Oh my goodness, we went out in the city yesterday and the decorations were absolutely insane on some of the east side houses. I will be getting to some more of those later in either this video or the next video. I'm not sure how I'm going to actually edit these in, but anyway, come along and explore Brooklyn and Dumbo with me today and go across into Friday. So I'm just about to catch the subway down to downtown Brooklyn. I did get the week-long Metro card, which is $34 US plus tax. Apparently it's the same price now if you tap on every time, because there's a limit. There's like 12 taps and then you don't have to pay anymore. Anyway, I decided to grab the week-long Metro card just in case. And I'm gonna say New York subway stations can look kind of sketchy going into them, so just be prepared for that. They're absolutely fine. They're fine, just be prepared. Welcome to downtown Brooklyn. I'm just having a wander around and I'm going around the parts that I actually haven't been before. Last two times I've come to New York City, I've kind of rushed Brooklyn. Once it was torrential rain and the other I just didn't really allow enough time, so I just stayed around the Dumbo area. But this time I am allowing myself nearly a full day around here and I'm so excited for it. I'm just wandering the streets, which is something I highly recommend anyone does when they're in a new area. Just wander, kind of have a few points of interest, but don't be afraid to veer off the path and just see what you can see. I'm currently in a little park right now. I've got a beautiful view of the Manhattan Bridge and the weather is just absolutely phenomenal. But I am about to head to a place I was recommended by a friend called Montague Street Bagels, and I need a New York bagel. I have not had one. I've been here for a few days and I need a bagel stat. I'm really excited to see what these ones taste like because I've had a few. I've had a few New York bagels before, but never these ones, so let's go get some food. This is insane. Okay, well, Montague Street Bagels. I totally missed it because there's not a big sign. But I got the everything bagel with cream cheese. Toasted. So good. Oh, that bagel. There's nothing like a simple New York bagel toasted with cream cheese. $3.78 including tax for this, and you know what, it's a pretty solid breakfast if I do say so. But for now I'm going to enjoy this. I think I'm going to head down to the water and try to get some good vantages of the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge, walk around Dumbo, check out that area. I'm so happy to just walk and explore. This city is amazing for that. You kind of don't need a plan, you just kind of go to an area and feel your way around. Honestly, this bagel store I genuinely nearly missed. Well, to be fair, it says hot bagels on the front, but that was for Montague Street Bagels. But anyway, come here, put it on your list. I've just made my way down here to the waterfront, and behind you can see the Manhattan skyline, and actually behind me again you can see the Statue of Liberty too. So that's, anyway, I'm planning to actually walk down to the barrage, try and get some really cool shots of the city because I'm looking at a walkway. Don't know how to get down there, but I'm going to figure it out. Head along the waterfront towards Dumbo, get the classic shots of the Brooklyn Bridge and Manhattan Bridge, and just enjoy this amazing weather. Look at that, the Manhattan skyline. Randomly walking around is probably the best thing you can do in a city. It will allow you to see so many different other parts of the city that people don't necessarily go to or know about, and it just gives you such a unique perspective. People in New York honestly go all out for their decorations in some parts. Walking around Brooklyn, just like the Upper East Side, there's so many fall and Halloween decor on people's steps, and it's really, really cool and unique because I don't know many other places that you can walk these terrace houses and just see how much effort people put in. It's really cool, it's really unique, and I do love that part and aspect. So I'm just walking down along Brooklyn Park. It's down by the waterfront. The city skyline views are honestly incredible from here, and it's really peaceful, it's really quiet, and it's just a great place to just come along, collect your thoughts, and see the city from a different perspective. I am heading towards Dumbo and the classic shots of the Brooklyn and Manhattan Bridge. Dumbo isn't big, it's just basically a conglomerate of about 3-4 blocks right here in between the Manhattan Bridge and Brooklyn Bridge. So here we've got the Brooklyn Bridge and then the Manhattan Bridge behind it. They're super close. I'm just sitting here underneath the Brooklyn Bridge and I'm trying to let myself take this trip easy. I have over 2 weeks in this city, and by no means do I want to rush doing anything. I was originally going to do all of Brooklyn and then Fidei today, which Fidei is the financial district across the bridge. I'm actually just going to chill around here, I think, for the rest of today, and I might actually cross off Fidei and then the World Trade Center tomorrow in one package. They're in the same area, and I think, you know, the World Trade Center will be a pretty intense day. Found the famous spot where you can actually photograph the Manhattan Bridge. Little known fact, everyone thinks this is a Brooklyn Bridge. It's not, it's the Manhattan Bridge. It's really, really funny, but this place is just crawling with people. So don't let the photos fool you. If they've got an empty street, it is definitely photoshopped. This place is packed, but you know what? The view is beautiful and it's a really good shot. So I'd still recommend coming here, but definitely don't expect to be the only one who knows about it. I've now decided that I'm going to head across the Brooklyn Bridge now and walk towards Fidei. Okay, maps is wrong. If you look for a little food cart underneath the viaduct, underneath the actual Brooklyn Bridge, there's a little stairwell next to it, and that's how you get up onto it. So much quicker than what maps said. Walking over the Brooklyn Bridge is a must when you're in New York City, especially on a day like today. It is absolutely packed full of people, but the experience to see the city from these angles and to just walk into Manhattan from Brooklyn itself. One thing that you'll notice walking across the bridge is that there are now 1,000,001 of those 360-degree photo booth things like this that spin around, and they're all playing the exact same 30-second clip of Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z. It was great the first time, the 16th time, not so much. Just take some happy snaps on your phone. As you come across into Manhattan from Brooklyn on the bridge, you come out in between the suburbs of Two Bridges and Fidei. This is where there's a lot of like hustle bustle from the financial district, Wall Street, and then some residential as well. So I'm actually going to head to Whole Foods and get some lunch because I am really hungry. Oh, there's my subway station. I just walked past it. Let's get on the subway. Okay, They're expensive, but I don't care. I'm online. The Whole Foods hot bar was my life when I was here last. And the double cheddar broccoli soup is my life too. Oh my goodness, I'm finally home. That was a long day of walking. I think it was like 12-13 kilometers all up. I'm still gonna go back out tonight because we walked those sunset pickies. Now I know it's expensive. Whole Foods is not the cheapest place on earth, but you know, after today I really felt like a juice, and I really didn't want to go to a juice store. And let's be honest, by the time you added tax and tip and everything like that, it would have been more expensive. So I got the cold pressed juice, strawberry, watermelon and lime. That's what I needed. And I got my favorite broccoli cheddar soup. Now I haven't had this since I was last in the US. Whole Foods broccoli cheddar soup is hitting the spot. New York is one of those places where you can technically do it in a couple of days if you just want to hit the key tourist highlights, but there's so much to see around this city, and especially if you're walking, between walking in the subway, oh, you just see so much of the city. But I definitely recommend, if it's a 30-minute walk or a 2-minute subway, unless you're in a rush and you have to, I'd say walk, because the amount of things that you see on the side of the roads in the city. There's the 5 major boroughs of New York. You have the Bronx, Manhattan, which is the main island, then you have Queens, you have Brooklyn, and then you have Staten Island. So they are 5 major kind of areas, but then within those there's several different little sections. So for instance, in Manhattan you've got meatpacking, you've got Soho, East Village, Greenwich, West Village, Fire. So there's so many different areas. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to start off in Fire, then go up to the World Trade Center Memorial, and then see how I go from there with timing. I know that those 2 things might take me a while, so I'm really excited for tomorrow, but let's get on with the rest of tonight. And first starts with finishing this juice. Ew. Switch lenses. It's beautiful. Okay, good morning. We've woken up, we're getting on with it. Turns out the 9/11 memorial is closed on Tuesdays, which is a shame, so I'm going to do that another day. I'm still heading into Fire and the World Trade Center precinct. Going to walk around, probably go a bit further north than what I was originally anticipating, just because I won't be able to get to the museum today. So anyway, we're going to start the day off with another American energy drink. Yes, they're not the healthiest, they're not the best, but I wanted to try them. This one we've got an Alani Nu Tropsicle. Let's see how it goes. No, I don't like the taste of artificial cherry, and that's what it tastes like. No, that's a solid no from me. Off the train first. Please step aside and let the customers off. Okay, so I'm just grabbing a coffee now, and I'm working out my walking route for today. I'm literally just looking at maps on my phone. I've worked out that the best way for me to travel personally is to save everything as points of interest on Google Maps. And then basically when I get somewhere, I just open up maps and I see what's around, which really comes in handy. It happened when I was in Tasmania last year, and whenever I'm in South Australia, it just makes life a lot easier because you already kind of can visually see where you want to walk. So I'm going to go down to the Statue of Liberty viewpoint, and then I'm going to go around to this place called the Dead Rabbit, which is actually an Irish pub. It's the oldest pub in New York, I believe. And yeah, so we'll pass the Dead Rabbit, then I'm going to go up to the New York Stock Exchange and Wall Street, because that's literally the heart of Fire. Then go up through the rest of Fire, look around all there, and then I am going to head across to the World Trade Center. Just because the museum's closed on the Tuesday doesn't mean that I can't access the actual memorial part. So I'll go to the memorial, spend a bit of time there. I've been there twice, and it is It's beautifully done and it's obviously very, very sad. So go there, spend a bit of time there. So after that, I'm just gonna play it by ear, see how I go. I'm going to my first ice hockey game tonight and I'm really, really excited for it. I am seeing the Islanders play. I've actually got a scarf that I was given, so I'm really excited to visit my first ice hockey game. I'm gonna finish my coffee and then we're gonna head north. I spy my bagels. Can I please get an everything bagel? Low fat scallion toasted, please. Thank you. I'm in Joe's Bakery. Bagel. Let's see how this compares to the Montague Street one that I had yesterday. I've got the scallion cream cheese this time. That cream cheese is chunky. That's good. Really, really good. Okay, those bagels from Joe's were absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, heading to the New York Stock Exchange now. It's all in this 5-eye area. And that's the New York Stock Exchange. Wall Street's just behind me, so is the Stock Exchange. I'm heading away from that district now towards the World Trade Center and where the museum is and the memorials are. So I'm going to head to that part of New York now and see what I can find. As I'm walking to the World Trade Center area, it's so funny. Every single cliche about this city happens to be true, down to the steam coming out of the vents and all of the drainage systems. It's actually wild. I love it how the taxis are still yellow to keep that iconic look. The horns, the car alarms, the smells, the sounds, the conversations. It absolutely blows me away that somewhere like this can fit exactly what your expectation is, but in the best way. So the sites where the two towers stood is just behind me. I'm definitely going to come back and I think I'm going to do it tomorrow to come to the museum. I'm going to book tickets online because then I can guarantee to get a spot. I think it's going to be a very heavy thing to see, but I think it's something that I definitely want to educate myself more on and understand more. For now, I'm actually going to head into the World Trade Center Westfield, which is behind me right here. I've still got ages before I need to head back for the ice hockey game. It's only 1 o'clock now, so I'm going to explore around for another hour and a bit, and then head back, get ready for an ice hockey game. This building's called the Oculus and it is just a giant Westfield, so I think it's just going to be like any other shopping centre, but I will give it a gaze because this place for architecture is absolutely unique. Okay, I'm going to leave this area behind me and I'm going to head back up north through Tribeca, and then I'm actually going to go and find the Ghostbusters headquarters because it's exactly on the road that I'm walking, and I figured, why not? Actually pleasantly surprised about how clean the streets are. In some parts of New York, there's a lot of trash, there's a lot of like broken glass bottles, but around Tribeca, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm also always so fascinated about the stairwells, the fire escapes. that is something we don't see a lot of in Australia. So just going through Tribeca now, and I'm about to get to where the Ghostbusters headquarters was based in the movie. I don't know, we're at the headquarters now. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. That's it. We just finished up at Ladder 8, Fire Station 8, which is where Ghostbusters was based. So I'm trying to work out where I want to go. That's what I might do. I might walk east to Chinatown and give that a bit of a gaze. It's only a kilometre walk. Made it to Canal Street, which is here in the heart of Chinatown in New York, and the energy of this place is pretty damn good. It's hustling and bustling and there's so much to see, but you know what? That's what New York's all about. If you wanted an example of the chaotic New York, Canal Street is where it's at. It borders both Little Italy and Chinatown, and when I say that this place is absolutely mania, it's not far off the mark. There's fruit shops, vendors, people selling tourist souvenirs, fresh produce, which you can see behind me there, fish, meat, eggs, veggies, fruit, nuts of every description. You can find it right here in Chinatown. There are gift shops galore. All of them will try to hustle you, all of them will try and convince you that their gifts are the ones, which you wouldn't expect from anything less in this part of the world. It's absolutely an experience, and if you're willing to barter and find what you actually want and willing to walk away when it's not a good deal, you'll be able to find something for you. The smells, the sounds, the music coming out of the different restaurants and food vendors is great. I'm just going to keep on wandering because this place, the energy here, 10 out of 10. This is Canal Street running here. Over that way is Little Italy, and over this side is Chinatown. Chaos in this area is absolutely fantastic. So far Little Italy seems a lot more tame than Chinatown, but I know that it does not stay that way after dark. This place becomes absolute fairy lights, lit up, food, people, music. Okay, after walking past these massive cannoli signs, I've decided I need to try a cannoli here. My friends say that Mulberry Street in Little Italy is actually not a bad place, and I'm going to give it a gaze. So I think I'm going to try the one and get sucked in, the one that has the big cannoli sign. I think I'm going to get sucked into that one. Grabbed 2 cannoli, I grabbed a pistachio and I grabbed a hazelnut. I'm going to find a place to sit down and actually enjoy these. I'm just excited to try cannoli for the first time. Okay, got my cannoli. This is the pistachio one. That's good. That's really good. This one's a hazelnut one. That's got icing sugar all over my camera. Whoops. Really good selections there. I just got the mini ones because I wanted to taste, but if I'm in around Little Italy again, I'm definitely gonna get these again. This was from Canoli King on Mulberry Street in Little Italy in New York. No. We're at Brooklyn Brewery and we've gotten the flight, which is called a paddle in Australia, but here it's called a flight. Number 1, I got their Oktoberfest, Mars and Lager with full multi-body bready aroma and a light hop bitterness. My second one was the pumpkin ale, so that's an ale, and then I've got their standard lager, which is my third, and then the Mise en Place wit beer. So excited to try them. Number 1, Oktoberfest. Ooh, that's nice. Got the pumpkin. Okay, that's really nice. Then we've got their standard lager, so this is a good baseline. That's a nice lager. And then third, and then fourth, the wheat beer. Oh, I like that wheat beer. Cheers to Brooklyn Brewery. Only halfway. Jalapeno poppers, curly fries, mozzarella sticks, mac and cheese bites. Okay, we've just arrived here, the Islanders game at the stadium here on Long Island. I've never been to a hockey game before and I'm so excited. It's going to be an experience to say the least, so I'm very thankful that I get to come. This is
against your New York Islanders. And here to sing our national anthem, Shalante Taylor.
Good morning from a bustling New York City Wednesday morning. I just caught the train into Bleecker Street, which is at the edge of Soho, which is a district here in Manhattan. My plan today is to walk around some of the local boutiques and see what there is around this area. It's also incredibly beautiful with architecture, so I'm really excited to see what I can see. I plan to just get lost in this area, and then at 1:30 I actually have a tour of the 9/11 Museum with the audio tour as well. So I'm just going to hang around this district and then walk on down back to the World Trade Center area, and then after that I'm headed off to Times Square to see it at night. I have seen it a few times, but Times Square, for all of the touristy stuff there is around it, it should be done at least once every New York trip because the energy in that place is unparalleled. So let's walk around Soho and get the day started. Oh, before I do as well, should I save this for later? I've got this for later. It's the Fuji apple. I've been waiting to try this for so long, but I think I'm gonna save it for a bit later, so let's go grab a coffee. Look, it's the first glimpses of autumn and fall. Okay, I got a little bit distracted and I ended up not going directly to Soho. I really felt like another bagel. I feel like this is just gonna become my daily breakfast. So I popped it into maps and this one came up. It's Leon's Bagels New York. But ironically, as soon as I bought this, I walked past like 6 other bagel stores. But for now, I've got a Leon's Bakery in New York. I've just walked up to Washington Square Park. This one was the most expensive bagel I've had to date. It was over $6, which is really starting to push it, but it looks slightly bigger than the other ones. And I did ask for them to put half the amount of cream cheese on just because it was a bit too much for me. So this is our bagel today. There's a fire engine. So again, we got the everything bagel because I love these ones. We got the scallion cream cheese, so let's open them up. It's what I call a normal amount of cream cheese for me. First bite. It is good, but the one I had yesterday from Leo's Bakery in downtown near Fire Dye was better than this one. The scallions were more prominent. I like the bagel more, so all in all, this one, not my favorite. It's good, but I feel like I've been spoiled for choice here, so I'm going to enjoy this and then continue on. I also just realized that if you're a Swiftie, Cornelia Street is literally like 3 to 5 minutes walk away from here. So I think I'm going to get distracted again, go to Cornelia Street, take the classic photo, and then head down to Soho. I made it to Cornelia Street. Miss Swift, just there, just there. Let's go for a walk. Neil, does that look like an eye? Like that's the eyelashes and that's the eye and it's called the oculus? I just finished at the 9/11 Memorial Museum, and oh my goodness, that they have done such a fantastic job at putting together that exhibit. If you're here in New York City, it's a must. It's an absolute must. It is well worth the money. Book your tickets online, and yeah, set aside a lot of the time. I just spent 4 hours in there, and I was not expecting that. So yeah, well worth. It's a chunky afternoon, but I could recommend it. Times Square and the walk to it is absolute mayhem, and it's another world. It's like, if anyone's ever been to Vegas or Tokyo, it's on another level to that entirely. There are so many screens. It could be broad daylight here and it's coming to the end of the day. This place, honestly, however many times I go to it, never fails to amaze me.
I know a couple people have done that. That sounds right.
Yeah, slow round. What?
Oh, we're too done.
Cake batter, pumpkin, original. I'm gonna go with the pumpkin spice first. I think it's a cake donut, this one. Is it? It kind of just tastes like a cinnamon donut. Cake batter. Good. Original glaze. Anything savory. Welcome to dinner. We're currently at the Mala Project in Brooklyn, and we have just ordered an absolute feast. Vegetable dumplings. They're really, really good. Then we just did the build your own bowl. Yum! Look at the lotus root. I'm so excited to try some lotus root. Lotus root? Tofu. Oh, the Szechuan's coming through. The Mala Project, there's a few locations around Manhattan and the boroughs. Put it on your list. I hope you guys enjoyed this second American video that I've been making. I had so much fun filming around the city, and I got so much more confident filming as well in public. Something I'm really trying to work on, and I'm really proud of myself for doing. Anyway, tomorrow I'm kicking off another video. I'm going to be exploring Chelsea, the Highland, and a whole bunch more places. So stay tuned for that video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget, if you did, smash that like button down below, as it really lets me know that you guys are enjoying this content. Also, don't forget to subscribe, as it really helps support my channel, and I really want to see where this one can go. Also, comment down below if you guys have been to New York City and any places that you think I should be checking out. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget, always keep adventuring.